This computer. All right. Now we're going to go back. John, we're talking about background. We're from now, you're grandfathered in, but we're going to be doing background checks on any new members. So that's what this is about. Okay. All right. So as I was saying, and this is being recorded, that you always want to check and see when you take a picture, check the background. You don't want them standing too close to something, but not too far away. You want to make sure there's no monkey on their head, things like that. So uh, now this one, the background, you can um, choose the depth of field when you take a picture to blur the background. And I personally think this was almost perfect. The background is just blurred enough that it doesn't take away from the subject. Would everyone agree with that?
I would agree with that. It still
Yes.
gives you a feeling of where you are, but she's sharp, so she becomes the center of attention.
Yes, if the background was more blurred or darked out, it would seem artificial to me.
Mhm.
And you were close. The subject of this photo is the shoes. Um, I don't remember. I may have taken this one, but in this one, the background is way out of focus, and I also darkened it. I didn't want to go all the way dark. I wanted to have some semblance of a background. And there's and this at this point it becomes the artist's choice. How blurry, how dark do you want that background? So this is I didn't do any others than this. I could have showed one where I didn't darken the background and then stages on the way to black. Um, then this one is Kevin took, and this is perfect. This is I like the water tower. I'm glad the water tower is out of focus. I
Mhm.
think if it was in focus, the picture wouldn't be near as dramatic.
Mhm.
That's my opinion. Who disagrees with me? Speak up.
I think you're right, so no one's disagreeing.
Okay, Evan, you should be very proud of this picture.
Thank you. I put the iPhone in portrait mode.
Yeah, nice.
Wow.
It's fun to play around with that.
It is, yeah, and you can
You can get back into it after you've shot it, and you can mess around with how blurry you want it to be. So if you just shoot it in portrait mode and you want the background even further out, you can go when you're editing into where it shows the little f-stop and change it. Or maybe you want it clear again. You are sharp again. You can go back. So portrait mode's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was actually changing the f-stop before I took the picture, but it's an interesting concept of what they got there. You can't get too close to the subject, so this is cropped down a little bit, but
Oh boy, this.
Oh wow! I wish
Well,
Mr.
this is out of order now, but Stephen Foreman took this picture, and I love this picture. But he has what's the plane of focus are the strings, and it just makes for I'm not enough of an I don't know all the hyperbolic words you use for something like that when it's artistic. Amy, you can probably explain that.
What am I explaining?
Why this such a shallow depth of field, both front and back. The foreground is
Yeah, so it is shallow. I mean, that's what shallow depth of field is.
Yeah.
out of focus in front. So you're only that one plane of focus, but it's so beautiful because well, first off, it's in such deep concentration. She looks very peaceful, and that hand behind the strings is just as beautiful as the hand in front of the strings. I'd like to see this in black and white too. I think it's beautiful, a beautiful image. What are you doing?
I know this keeps jumping on me. What do I have to do here?
Get what you pay for.
Let's see. And it's even, there we go. Just a second. I'll make, whoops. Okay, now this one, I picked this one because I'm going to do I decided I'm going to be very brave and criticize something that Doug Bucklew did.
Well, I don't know what you're going to criticize on this one. What a pretty shot.
And yes, and that's the conclusion I came to. I can't find anything to criticize.
No, it's beautiful. It's just dreamy how it goes, just dreamy, creamy how it goes out of focus underneath, but you get just a hint of that stem. It's so pretty.
I have a complaint.
What's that?
That back wing, I would have preferred to have it just a little more in focus.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, that's a good point. And for this type of picture and the way the background is, you're probably right. And in the processing, whoops, stop it. This stem, I would like to have seen this stem just slightly darker, I think.
I disagree. I just love it.
More pronounced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually intentionally lightened that because it looked like the flower was just floating in space. So I used to lighten up that stem to bring it down to earth, if you will.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I didn't see it.
I think it's gorgeous.
I think I left a comment on Doug's picture that had to be the most photographed monarch of all time. I know I have a dozen or more.
Uh-huh.
This photo makes me ask, why the hell have I spent so much money on camera equipment? I took this in 2010 with my first Nikon digital camera. And what caught my eye and what I loved about this was the main subject is is a just right amount of focus, and the second car over here is just the right amount of out of focus, I think. Anybody else have any?
No. And then the part going behind even gets more out of focus. I think it's nice.
Yeah, I think it works pretty good for when I didn't know what I was doing. Now this one, why did I include this one? And some of these photos are posted, and Stephen Foreman took this, and I love it. The background is black, but it works because it's edges right up to the gray, and then you have the building and right in the center, the reflection. I really like this.
I do too. I think it's really lovely how it has that little thin line on the left up high, that little maybe the light.
Yes.
And that helps really define the building shape. Without that little thing, that little piece, I don't think it would really work too well.
Yeah. That really helps frame the building. So
yeah, I like the way that it's completely in focus from the very front to the very back. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was well done. Oh, we've already talked about this one. Okay, here's a series of 3 photos that Amy's going to explain. Amy?
Yes. So Steve, go ahead and just do the 3 pictures, and I'm going to just sit and look and go to the next and the next. So this is in
I
that
just did 3 of them.
portrait, the portrait. Yeah, that's good. But this is in the portrait mode on my cell phone. And I showed how I can go back and sharpen up the back after it's shot. So that's shooting it all sharp. It just puts a filter on it to throw the background out of focus. So you can go back and decide, well, I didn't want it in, I wish it were all sharp. It can be. And then go to the next one, Steve.
Okay.
And I just softened it up quite a bit. I mean, it just took away too much, the part that's not part of my story. And then I think it goes too far in the last one. Can you go to the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's too much. I still want it to look like a classroom. And I like that lady in blue. She matched the tablecloth that's on the other side. So it becomes just a blue area. Go back one now. There. I think this is the one that I was the happiest with. I might go back and take out that reflection on the blue cup behind her head. It's just a white reflection here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would probably go back and take that out.
You're right. I agree with you on this, but and I also agree. I think this needs to be
Yeah,
blended
and
in
look
this.
at where her hair curves underneath her ear. There's a piece of white that's on the table
Yeah.
there. I think I would take that out.
Okay. I'm sorry to do this. I just got a text message from Mr. Foreman, and he wants to be, oh, I can do it without, okay. Okay, so, well, Mr. Now, oh, are you there? Are you there, Stephen?
We see his name.
Yeah, and now everything's hung up. Here, come on. What? Yeah, Kevin came on board and I lost everything. So,
I've been on board. What are you talking about?
well, we lost, and I lost a picture too.
I just woke up, but that's okay.
We are still seeing your Lightroom with the pictures on it.
Yeah, I know, but
But I sent you more than that. Did you get him?
yeah, yes, I did.
Okay.
But I want to cut this fairly short. And somebody asked a question, and Mr. Foreman is there, so this is perfect. You ask about like wanting to see that one picture in black and white.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, isn't that pretty?
this, Mr. Foreman, we all were just incredibly impressed by this, and we all agreed that it's such a good shot. We like the depth of field. And then somebody asked what it would be like in black and white.
That was me.
You're the artist, Stephen, and so this is just a showing of what it would be like, and then I'm going to destroy it because it's not.
I like that.
I like it.
I like it too.
It really brings you into her face, their concentration, and those beautiful hands. The blue, now that I see it in black and white, I just think the blue behind her is very distracting. And the yellow, the gold tones, and this just comes into her.
Yeah. Are you a member of the Club of Black and White, Mr. Foreman?
No.
You should join and submit this one. I think you would get the photo of the month. So, what?
I'll go along with that.
Huh?
Can I interject a comment here?
Yeah.
That, I think I've mentioned it maybe a week or two ago. There's a new function in Lightroom called Lens Blur, where you can take your photo and blur out certain things in your background or your subject or whatever and do different things with it. It's pretty interesting. I've started to use it a little bit to find some different characteristics about the photo.
What, you say that's in Lightroom?
Yes.
Where do you find it?
It's on the toolbar on the right.
Okay.
It's similar to what you were talking about earlier, Amy, with the iPhone, with the
Oh, great. Yeah, lovely
I'm
image.
looking. It's under lens blur. Here we
You know,
go.
this would make a really nice greeting card too, if you ever want to get into doing greeting cards.
Yeah, that's true. That would be. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we're going to go to our Facebook page. And by the way, these are all the ones that Amy sent, and if we had the whole hour for this topic, we would do that. But what we're going to do is go to our, here we go. We're going to go to this, and we're going to talk about the pictures that have been posted.
So you're saying you just posted mine on the Facebook page? What I sent you?
What do you see our Facebook page now?
No, we're still
It
on
had- For
Lightroom.
some reason, it says your screen sharing is paused. Oh, here's a resume. Okay. And why is that am I going to have to get out? Do you see Facebook now?
Nope.
No.
Okay. I've got to stop share and pick it. There's a lot of pictures were posted.
What castle is that behind you, Mr. Foreman?
That's in Croatia, in Karlovac, Croatia.
Wow, it's
We was,
beautiful.
we was walking back from this river. We went down to have barbecue.
Oh,
We
wow.
was sitting up on the hill there.
Well, now that with the subject being background, but basically, if we're talking about background, we're also talking about the subject in the foreground. So today, when these pictures come up, either the artist or people we'd like to comment and discuss the background. Any comments on the background on this?
Well, I don't know. It's a bit, to me, it depends on what what you're shooting for. Like, I think I would just sort of dull down the handrail going up the steps because my eye keeps going up and out over there. So to keep it into the people, I think I would take that out. Not take it out, but just dull it down and maybe put more vignette to get around the people.
I
But-
think
Maybe
the
when you
exposure in this area is good. I would like to see these people just a little bit lighter, brighter, and maybe this building, but I like the fact this is more blacked out. And you're right, you take this out and it gives, I'm trying to think of a good word for this, and it's something I've been trying to do lately is make a black and white color picture. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking about having a very dynamic range from dark to bright in the photo, is what it amounts to. So,
I think I'd like to see the top windows cropped out.
yeah, either cropped out or included. Yeah, good point. I've lost track. Who is Greg Lutus?
I don't know.
Linda normally shows his photographs under her name. I don't know
Oh,
whether he emails them to her or not, but quite often Linda has his photographs.
okay. Good memory.
Okay.
The lovely picture.
It's a good picture, and most people have had a sunset picture. They'd probably be cutting it off more at the bottom, but I like having the people down here.
Me too. Gives it
Yeah.
a place and scale, and I like people in pictures.
It really gives it scale on this one.
When I was going to Art Center, they said people in the pictures make it. He'd say it's participation. You could see yourself there, and I agree. I think that makes me really feel like I could just go be the one walking in the water.
This is from Paul,
Yeah.
and he's not here to defend himself, but it's amazing. Another
Yeah.
amazing.
You got the lightning strike and the long exposure, and reminds me of some of his train stuff. He used to go out and shoot trains at night, and all that streak of blur coming through, the snaking through, was just so much fun.
And this is also Greg. I think he went to Washington, D.C. based on a series of pictures here.
Mm.
And and unfortunately, he's not here to tell us whether that's a friend of his or
Yeah.
related to, because he did two photos of him. And this is if I remember correctly, a Civil War
Oh, wow.
gravestone, and since then the tree is growing up around it.
Yeah, wow.
There's while we're on this, real briefly, there's a cemetery on the back of the farm I grew up in, and there are Civil War, Revolutionary War soldiers buried in it.
Oh, wow.
And my brother and I weren't smart enough at the time to go make tracings. They've corroded so much now you can't read them anymore.
Oh, Larry,
Larry, what the heck?
he's here.
Spider web right out in the middle of an area, and it has a hole in the middle.
So this is a macro shot?
No, I was just taken with my cell phone, just passing the spider web. I just saw it hanging in the middle of between trees and bushes, and thought it was kind of unique, and just had to move around. So I got more of the image of the spider web rather than have the sun block it out.
Uh-huh.
And to see that
know
great big hole in the middle, was about 8 inches around in the middle there.
Oh, so it's big.
Oh yeah, this thing was stretched across about 10 feet.
Oh my gosh. See, that's why I couldn't quite get the bearing of, we could see the leaves and stuff. You know what I'd like to see you do, if you could put this into Photoshop or even on your phone, is make it more contrasty, really make it make it more black and white, not black and white like color wise, but more contrasty.
Yeah, I did that until what I did, where I thought it was good. So I did
Oh,
that already.
I would
do
push
that a
it.
little bit.
I would push it further. It's a very
Okay,
interesting
I'll look
image.
at-
Yeah, interesting image.
And surf competition, you're not going to outrun the police unless you're on an electric bike.
I wonder if the horses can swim.
Well, the bikes can't swim. The electric bikes that they go racing around at 28 miles an hour.
I don't see any bikes there. I just see horses.
I know. I just did one of the horses to show the patrols out for the Surf Pro.
That's neat.
And I'll post some things. They were doing a skateboard competition also. I'll be posting those probably today or tomorrow.
Okay, good, good.
Okay, and here's this picture is by Glenn, and it must is he into drones now? Anybody know? Is that what that
Oh,
is?
I don't know who he is, but I think she is.
Yeah.
I think he had one up saying that he's learning now. I guess he went somewhere where he's learning how to fly and use them.
That's neat. Good for him.
Yeah,
It's always good to keep learning.
I think his introductory slide mentions something that he's getting into, or somebody's getting into drone.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a great thing, but the timing is really bad for us.
Well, maybe we get the plan for next year then.
Mr. Foreman?
Again, in Croatia, it was like right down from our hostel. They in Kolobar, they had a moat around the city back in, I guess, up until around the 90s, something like that. Then they started filling most of it in, but this is one little part of it. And we were riding by, we were going somewhere, and I happened to see the shot in the reflection in the water, and I thought it was pretty cool with all the buildings and that. So, but I did, concentrated on the reflection as I was processing to make the reflection come out a little bit.
Oh, I was experimenting. I actually had a third one. This was taken about 6 in the morning. And then I went out around 10 o'clock and took it again. I just wanted to, I was testing to see how much difference that lighting would be. And then I took one later that night, but I didn't post it. About the same. John Boland, this is an awesome shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it, John?
It's on either 6th or 7th Street in San Pedro,
Oh, in Pedro.
by the Maritime Museum.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's the oddest. I don't know. That's Art Deco plus.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Very, very deco. Deco and what? There's another movement. I'll think of it.
Okay, now in this case, I think yes, the background would need to be in focus.
I thought of it. Can I interrupt and go back? Bauhaus. I think
Oh,
this.
is that right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
guess
think this is
it was, yeah.
Bauhaus. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
But the
another art
lighting
movement.
was
Oh,
unique.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really unique. Okay, sorry.
Would everyone agree that this would not work if if it was too shallow?
Uh-huh.
Who's the crazy person that took this one?
Yeah.
Where do you find this stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's in San Pedro too. I don't know.
Do you ever stay
Why
home?
would you why would you put that sculpture way at the top of that tall pillar? I just don't get it. But
What street is that?
Hmm?
What street is that on?
it's either 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I've never seen that happen up there a lot.
It almost looks like a microscope, or except for the red part.
Yeah, or maybe a metallic flower even.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Yeah, that's what I liked. Yeah,
That's lovely.
the
I
ceiling
like
is great.
Yeah.
The exterior was, I just couldn't get a good picture of the front of the, it's called the Grand Theater. And it was just too much sunlight, and there were a bunch of, they strung Christmas lights all over the place across the
Oh.
street. So I don't know why they would do that. So I just couldn't get a shot of it.
Yeah. Well, what you grabbed describes the place, I think, pretty well. It's beautiful.
This is an example of knowing the rules of photography and then breaking them. The ceiling really makes that picture.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm floating into that with the ceiling over my head. It has a lot more dimension to it than you would think when you were shooting it.
That I could not get rid of the yellow hue because the
Oh.
sun's
Because
coming through those
you
yellow colors, and I
Yeah.
did everything I could to.
No, yeah, you did everything, and then that yellow makes the people go real red. So then you got lobster people. When I was shooting events, pretty much my only saving grace was, like, first it's not just yellow, but you've got green in there. So I would, if you want, to, work on that, but I would turn a lot of these into black and white.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to overcome unless you have,
Right. Yeah.
I can tell you the equipment you need to buy. You can order it off of Amazon.
Okay.
Saturday night
That.
and an observation post.
It looks like 2001 Space Odyssey.
Yeah,
The monolith, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
one of my favorite movies.
Mhm.
Lovely. I
Yeah.
beautiful image.
This is where you go to get over the shakes in the morning.
Yeah.
John,
Right.
this one doesn't do anything for me, John.
Well,
My first time I've
the only
ever-
reason I shot it is that it's that sign. There's two restaurants, Raffello's and Michael's, on that block, and this obviously the owner of this lot he's burned up.
Yeah.
He's tired of them. They're
Yeah.
coming into his
He's just
lot.
being real specific about who can't park there.
Yeah.
I think this is Mr. Foreman. I like this truck picture, but this one you needed to be stopped down a little more.
Okay, well, I was at the jazz festival and across the street from it on the green, and this truck is passing by, so I just kept snapping. So I only put this one up, but I have the front, I have the middle, and I have the back of it, because it was about to have to turn around from the truckers to go by, and so I was just shooting. So that's how that happened. I didn't set the camera to shoot it. I just shot what I had.
Anybody remember these vents you could open?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Great. Yeah.
And the wind wings on the side.
Yeah.
That's how my parents got the cigarette smoke out of the cars, to crack the wind wing.
That's a good thing they weren't using nitrogen.
They couldn't
huh?
figure out why I was always car sick, and there was 3 adults smoking in the car.
Okay, we talked about this earlier, and we really praised the other one. I don't know what you could have done. It's overall a great picture, and I really like the look on her face. But unfortunately, that music stand.
I think this is the warm-up picture for the one that was so
Yeah.
good. This is just trying to check it out. To be honest, that picture doesn't do much for me. It tells me where
Yeah.
she is and everything, but then when you see what you did looking through the strings at her is just fantastic. So
Yeah.
that to me is the shot.
Yeah, I really like that one.
I really like this one too. I really like.
Oh
this
boy,
one.
yeah.
I was coming back again. This is from the weekend, and at the jazz festival, I was on my way home, and I thought I would step out. I just like the whole look and all up Pine. So
Yeah.
I stepped out in the street, so hopefully I wasn't going to get hit and just like shooting up. So.
I mean, it's for a photograph, isn't it worth it? And
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's beautiful. I love it. I love that part of the street where it goes up. That makes it so interesting to have that hill.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the way it's reflecting on it,
Mhm. Yeah.
and the lights, everything. It just
Doesn't it look like that car with the brake lights is going up the wrong way, or is
Yeah.
the one coming down is the wrong
Yes.
way?
Yeah, and it's not even that steep. It looks steeper than what it is. It's not even a grade there where the car is going down. I mean, it's a little slope, but I mean, it looks a lot deeper than what it is. So I don't know how that. Although I was holding the camera down low as I could get it on the shot. So
I think it's about, you're about to have a collision there.
yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
We
Yes,
all loved this picture, and Doug
Mhm.
said that by these lights framing the building on this side, and then the natural framing here between the gray and the black, just really makes it an outstanding picture. Amy liked it too.
I did.
Thank you.
Uh,
I have the other side too. I didn't post that, but I have the other, like on the right side of the Hyatt also. And the moon was out, so for a quarter
Great.
that I got.
Quarter moon, yeah.
Looks like the tree is caressing the moon.
Yeah, well, I waited till it got there. It,
Uh-huh.
you know, kept moving. I didn't want to have it just out in the open where
Mhm.
it's seeing the moon. So.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And then we had dogs visiting people. I couldn't really catch it. They were all over the place. I mean, they just happened to stop because that's the mother up in front and the two babies here.
Oh,
And they were just all over the place. I have a ton of shots on, but none of them were really sharp. and this one. So, yeah.
Now, that can be difficult. It takes practice. But this one makes up for it.
look.
Oh, this dog was great. Oh, he was this. They came probably another hour or two after, and this dog was super nice and friendly, and wanted people to touch him and everything. Yeah, pretty cool. I have a lot of shots of him also.
Yeah,
But I like this one with the eyes.
Right.
this one I like too, but I like the other one better.
Right. I like the other one better.
Yeah.
But it's nice picture of a nice dog.
Did you just leave us?
Oh,
Oh,
This was where was that? Oh, that's from the garden, I think. Yeah, from Sherman.
oh, uh-huh. I love that little purple flower
Uh-huh.
encroaching on the yellow because it works really nicely color wise because you've got opposites on the color wheel.
Right.
That's really beautiful. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
this is a great establishing. It gives you a really good feeling of a warm feeling about the place.
Just wanted to trying to do wider shots.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn had recommended me take a wider shot, so
Mm-hmm.
opened up.
I wouldn't mind to have a person coming out of that dark area or something just to show more scale and like I said, for participation, but it's a beautiful establishing shot.
No,
Trying to catch the butterfly.
Yeah. He's a flutterby on that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
close up.
Pretty.
a lot of color.
I like the red, that little red piece underneath. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
It was amazing. We were all there. We all walking around about the same amount of time. And you think you've seen and photographed everything, and then everybody
Yeah.
comes up with something else
Yeah, yeah.
that you didn't see. The,
Just the darker plant in the middle of the.
Mm-hmm.
that plant looks dangerous.
It's really a cool plant if those little things break off, that makes a baby. that starts growing a new plant.
I think I like this shot a little better. You still get the same thing.
Didn't
Yeah.
we see this one?
Yeah.
We saw this. Woo!
I'm lost.
That's
Yeah.
interesting, isn't it?
And again, the center, that was pretty hard to get because the sun was really beating down on there. And
Wow.
yeah, it was almost burned out, but I kept shooting and changing my f-stop and that.
It's so
Like-
cool
like
that pattern in the leaves makes it look like you're looking at the solar system or something.
Yeah,
Bright
yeah.
stars. That's really interesting shot. Wow.
See, I like with the raindrops on, or they were had just watered it, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But I thought about you, Amy, with them.
I know. I've seen some other flower pictures going, damn, I wish they got a little water on there.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Really,
Yeah, that quality of light is really
Yeah.
interesting. Ooh.
This is really bright too. I had to work on this because it was kind of burnt out also with the sunlight.
Yeah, that's a very interesting light quality. Hmm.
And just like the shape of the purple one, the
Mhm.
wings and
Those look like wings.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
This is good. I like the depth of field, the sharpness here.
Yeah.
It works well.
detail.
That pattern going into the center of that flower is just
Yeah.
amazing. Wow.
I think a little vignette on this would help.
Mhm.
Little bit of what?
Vignette.
Vignette.
It's when you darken the outsides of the photograph, and that's a black vignette. You can also do a white vignette where it sort of goes off white at the corners and the sides. The dark vignette helps bring your eye into the center.
Oh, this is
Oh,
beautiful.
Beautiful.
I like the different shapes or different flowers.
Oh, and
all different.
Hmm.
Light on it. It's great. Almost looks like a movie set. Wow. Really pretty.
I kind of like to see that flower on the left a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Just the shade lighter.
Catching
Yes.
the flowers inside of, I forget what they call that, but that particular plant that grows flowers inside of it.
Yeah. Bromeliad.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
This in here is kind of hard to get to. I was kept shooting it to get. I wanted to get the detail of it, of the branches coming out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I took a lot of shots of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the color, the nice bright yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this section here is really pretty. Oh,
That's nice.
this is great.
Catching the three. I think several other people have that same shot, but I think there was only 2 flowers in the other shots.
Mm.
Well, you not only have the threes, but you've got a diagonal. I always like photos that have a sweeping diagonal from left to right or right to left, whatever.
Ooh.
This one here, it took me like 5 minutes or more. Kept shooting this one. I was almost kneeling down trying to get this shot. Because again,
Yeah.
it was bright, really, really bright. And the white wall behind it was, you
Yeah.
know, throwing off. So I wish I could darken the wall back there or something. to
I
make it-
wouldn't. Well, I mean, that would be a whole different
No.
shot, but I do like this, that creamy background. I think it's just makes those stems almost become the hero.
Sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, it's kind of the hero of the shot of these dark stems supporting these white daisies. I think that's really a pretty shot. It's nice.
It was kind of abstract to me. It
Uh-huh.
was like a painting almost.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
came
We have
out.
that one little edge that's real sharp on that purple flower. It's nice.
Yeah,
And again, I think a vignette on this one would be nice.
yeah.
Catherine, this is a pretty good shot of capturing that fountain. I actually was walking around thinking about it and I just didn't quite get any angle I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
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 Background on it, it pops out.
wow. And that just one highlight of that one leaf on the right is just great. Like it a lot.
this is a great one. Mr. Boland,
Mhm.
very good.
That's
Okay,
cute.
what's wrong with this
Okay.
picture?
The background.
Yeah, the background, you got the umbrella coming.
Oh, yeah, looks like she's wearing an umbrella hat.
Yeah.
The woman in white is Brooke Davis. She was one of the staffers at the Nature Center, and she got an opportunity to be the educational director down here at Sherman Gardens. So
Wow.
we're just
Wow.
reminiscing there.
That's nice. That's really nice.
I just like the friendly feeling of it.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
this-
Everybody's posture is just glad to see each other and it's really nice.
Catherine took this. We're gonna have to show her how to use the straightening tool. With that, it's great.
Yeah, yeah, it's nice.
And this is pretty cool. The Catherine took this. I think it would, you could probably, well, I could, trying to think how it could be framed a little different. Or maybe
Yeah,
just this section here, you go real dark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard to
okay.
shoot. I've gone in there and tried to shoot those little plants in there. It's just adorable, but it's a hard shot. It's a hard place to get all what you want to get.
Yeah,
Maybe getting down lower, but
yeah.
sure like that spot.
I kind of like the angle. But anyhow.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go. Yeah,
That's good.
But see, then you can't really tell it's a step.
yeah,
That's what the first one was trying to do, but that's
yeah.
just such a cute idea with those succulents.
Another one from Catherine.
Nice.
Okay, these are a series of pictures. It doesn't mean anything unless you know the story behind it. It has to do with a program where they're helping former inmates get a college education. And he's helping out with that. So,
That is just such a lovely thing. I mean,
Mhm.
look at him. He just has such pride and clothes can really change your attitude about yourself.
Mhm.
And there's just something about that, looking at his face. It's just like hope or it's wonderful. And I think what a great program. I think that's just so neat that he's doing that.
oh boy, it's
Isn't she
hard to
just
believe she was
lovely?
ever a prisoner, isn't it?
I know. All I want to do though is get her to bend those fingers around a little bit, just soften them. It looks like they're just placed up against, but you know, you could, you know, that could get cropped out or I need to get over it, but beautiful portrait of a beautiful woman.
Mhm. Okay, 3-minute exposure.
Yeah,
Immediate, enlightening.
yeah.
And we talked about this.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
407 years ago. This is,
So,
I
okay.
like the feeling of this shot.
Yeah,
Again, it has very dynamics, I think.
Mhm.
With
yeah.
especially those, without the clouds, it wouldn't be,
No.
Uh-huh.
it would be a
Uh-huh.
much duller picture.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
This one doesn't seem right to me.
Well, we need to straighten it, but
Yeah, that's one thing. But
mhm.
oh, here's John Boland.
You know, it's just not as good as
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah,
Expression
stepping out,
is,
he outshot you on this one.
Yeah,
he really did. Yeah.
nice try, John. This,
That is beautiful.
yeah, that's a great shot from the. I think the hand in this case ought to be just a little bit, another stop down or half a stop.
Hmm. Yeah, there may be a vignette on it too, and
Yeah.
darken down the
yeah,
bracelet and stuff,
vignette.
and really bring you into those fingers, feeling the names. Mm,
This is probably Greg based on the other pictures, but
mhm.
uh, not sure why. I'm not sure.
This is Glenn's, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
Glenn's.
plans. Um, oh, this is what that's about. I'll let you watch this. It's a great thing he's doing. But is this the lady you were talking about? No, this is Glenn.
Oh, she and I know each other from somewhere. We had the longest conversation trying to figure it out. We've had a conversation in the past and liked each other's company. We don't know where it's from. Isn't that funny? She's a very, very lovely person. We have a lot in common. Just can't figure out where we know each other from.
This is a great shot on one hand, but on the other hand, I've already seen 4,238 pictures of turtles putting their head in the air. Oh, I don't know. It's yeah. This Glenn did. This is another great shot. Now I know you were. There is a person there, but it's
Yep.
kind of there. But
But isn't that beautiful?
yeah,
I'm okay, you know, without people walking through this one. It's
Yeah.
just he got down low and you just get that feeling of skimming across the flowers. It's beautiful.
yeah, it's a beautiful
And
shot.
shooting low in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a team.
There's nothing worse than one turtle, but than two turtles. I've never been crazy
See?
about turtles, anyhow.
Glenn got my best friend in there that I don't know where I know her from.
Yeah, that is a good shot, though. Everybody, it just has a nice expression.
Yeah.
It's it's a one step away from the one where you're standing there like a tin soldier and smile and with a big smile. Yeah.
But it's everybody like tilted heads, and that's
Yeah.
lovely.
I took a picture of her sitting there reading from a different angle.
Mm.
Now this one, what's the point here? Sorry.
Yeah.
I
Steve?
guess not all of you are up on my sense of humor yet.
No.
I like it.
The points of the banana.
Yeah. Come in nice packaging. And I like the way he captured that too. I talked to that lady later. She was a really nice lady when she was having lunch.
I'd like to know what she's doing. It's hard to tell because he used shallow depth of field, but if you're going to do out of focus, I'd like to not be wondering what is going on back there.
And I saw this lady.
Nice.
I saw her too, and I thought she was so photogenic and with the kids. And I kept watching for an opportunity to photograph her, but it never happened.
It's a good picture of Larry too. Larry looking
Yeah,
really
look at
relaxed.
Larry.
You're having fun. It's a good
Yeah.
photo. It's nice.
Oh, this is really good.
I love it. I love this.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah. Tells a good story. Oh, isn't that pretty? Just soft, beautiful.
Yeah. See, it just this lady,
Yeah.
in my mind, she was so photogenic and smiling, nice skin tone,
Yeah.
and look how scared those kids are. See?
Yeah. We're
He's-
having conversation.
Yeah. Let me tell you, boy, don't let the cat bite you. Oh. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nice. It's again, especially because of the arm, I think, is what really works.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a great shot. I like this.
How did Glenn take that if he's in the picture?
He handed his camera off.
Somebody took it. I don't know.
Oh,
I think that's Captain Larry using his camera.
Yeah.
Ah.
This is really good.
We're well past 4. I'm leaving, so I'll catch you another day.
All right, Larry.
All right.
Good,
Bye.
good to have you.
Well, I'm gonna kind of, since we are past 4, this is another great capture. This is what I was trying to do. And Glenn and Catherine both got a nice shot out of that.
Yeah, it's lovely.
That's a great
Aw.
picture of Captain Larry.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
No. Look at you guys. Come on.
Oh.
Oh, this is very similar to what I think Mr. Foreman
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
took a very similar picture. It's an interesting plant. Again, the people in this shot, without this one particular, if there weren't any people in it, it'd be like ho hum.
Uh-huh.
They really make a difference here. Um, and this is, why didn't we think of this? This is so cool. Going across the street and getting.
But he didn't. It's a piece of paper. You can see the fold in it. And there's a real vine coming from the left, draping down over the poster. That is so cool.
Huh.
I
Had
love
me fooled.
it. Very cool.
And
Oh,
Doug Bucklet,
Doug,
very.
that's
Yep.
nice. I love that. That's beautiful.
It's 4:09, so I'm kind of gonna, of course, you can all go to their thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
Amy's Water.
Mhm.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Isn't that the oddest looking plant?
Boy, no kidding. That's a bromelia. They have some really weird blooms.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like over 90 million forms of life on this planet. Uh,
That's pretty. Nice light on that.
who are these people?
Group.
Half the group.
There we go.
Yeah. Kevin, good shot,
Mm,
Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, this is again, Kevin, this is good. If you're still there.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh, I
Still here.
like this.
Oh, that's a good picture of John.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I think I would like to see it with the clarity shifted a little to the left. His face is pretty harsh. Too realistic, John.
yeah.
Steve, of all people.
Thank you.
You do those really hard, crisp portraits all the time. I think this is nice.
Yeah, this is a great black and white. Nice pattern.
Ooh.
I like this one. I really like this one.
Mm.
And there's our monarch again. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Look at the way the light is flowing on this.
Yeah, back.
Oh my goodness. You can see the tiny hairs there.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. I have to run. I have to go feed dogs.
Yeah,
What a
it's
beautiful,
already it's
Beautiful pictures.
4:11,
Wow,
so
that was lovely.
whoa. Whoa, it's hard to stop. But anyhow,
Oh,
okay, I think I'll call it quits.
nice. Yeah.
All right, have a good day.
All right. Thanks for
Okay.
Thanks for leading the group today, Steve, and you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I know. Thank you.
but Steve, what are we doing tomorrow? Any
Uh,
ideas?
Tomorrow, I had a great idea for tomorrow yesterday, and I forget it today, but it's for tomorrow. Oh, I had two things in mind. I was going to start out with some processing tips based on these photos, and then open it up to anything anybody wants to work on. Now, I'm not quite sure how to work this in. There are some interesting things that we should, that Lightroom users ought to discuss. But then, maybe that's when we break up into different groups. So,
Okay.
Huh?
See you tomorrow.
see you
Okay.
tomorrow.
Not
See
me,
ya.
but have a good.
We're
have
looking
a
for
good
you,
meeting.
Amy.
Okay. Okay. See you guys later.
Maybe